From the alley-oops at Keysaw to the glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers Cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time. It's New York times 2. Time to beat the team in blue.
Yeah, it's good to be here, guys. We're ready. The Niners are coming off their first win of the season over the Jets. And now we're ready to take on the New York Football Giants and tell you what they're all about.
That's right. We got starting lineups. We got key matchups. We got a live segment from MetLife Stadium. Guys,
right.
Did I read that correctly on the memo?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's our first field trip, boys. Let's go.
All right, as you can see, we're out here at MetLife Stadium. The NFL has cleared this turf, but we came to check it out. And I must say, it's a little interesting. Horse, what do you think?
It feels sticky.
It really does. Where's Alex? What does he think?
Hey guys, I'm over here at Sticky also.
Hey, Alex!
It's really bad.
I'm going to run over there and get it.
No, Horse, don't run! Oh! Horse is down!
Oh my gosh.
Horse is down, his shoe's stuck!
Is he okay?
Horse, are you okay?
Oh god.
Alex, hurry, Alex!
Oh no.
He's down, Horse is down!
Unfortunately, we have some bad news. As you can see, the horse has been put on IR.
MetLife got another one, man. I can't.
Cut him down in his prime.
What's wrong with you, NFLPA? Get on top of this. This is getting ridiculous.
Hate it.
Let's just do the starting lineups.
Next man up, I guess.
I guess. We're gonna go to the starting lineups.
Let's go.
Let's just go. And now it's time for your 49ers starting offensive lineup. First, at left tackle, the monster, Trent Williams. At left guard, Laken Tomlinson. At center, Benjamin Garland. It's probably Ben, it's fine. Right guard, Daniel Brunskill. Right tackle, Mike McGlinchey. At the wide receiver position, we have newly signed Mohamed Sanu. And, oh my God, is that Kendrick Bourne? Out wide to the left, it is. At fullback, one Kyle, don't call me Justin, Juszczyk.
Juice!
Gotta love him. At running back, the flyest man in the backfield, one Jet McKinnon. At quarterback, the backup, Nick Mullins. Please do well, sir. And most importantly, welcome back at tight end, George Kittle.
People's tight end. And now for the New York Giants defense. At right defensive end, Dexter Lawrence. At nose tackle, Dalvin Tomlinson. At defensive end from USC, Leonard Williams. At weak side linebacker, Devontae Downs. At outside linebacker, Marcus Golden. At middle linebacker, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, Blake Martinez. At Sam linebacker, Lorenzo Carter. At right cornerback, Corey Ballentine. At left cornerback, James Bradbury. At free safety, Julian Love. At strong safety, Jabril Peppers, formerly of Michigan. And the nickelback, Logan Ryan.
And now it's time for some key matchups for your 49ers offense. And I'm going to start it off with the one I feel is the most important for this Week 3 game against the Giants, and that is your backup quarterback, Nick Mullins, versus this Giants secondary. It is crucial for Nick Mullins to get off to a hot start and limit his mistakes. They could be as little as holding on to the ball too long in the pocket and getting stripped for a fumble. Could also be something like, making a bad pass when there's pressure in his face. He needs to be smart with the football. He needs to take care of it. I assume Kyle is going to scheme up ways for him to get out of the pocket, use his athleticism to his advantage, get him on the move, get Kittle in space, scheme up some routes for George to get open in space, make some easy throws, get his confidence up early, and then try heavily to rely on this run game with Jet McKinnon and Jeff Wilson Jr. Could happen, could not. If it doesn't go in our favor, Nick's going to be asked to do a lot. Hopefully he's not asked to do too much. He can take care of this ball, and we don't put ourselves in 3rd and long situations in which he has to make difficult throws. Ant, what is your key matchup for this game?
My key matchup is the 49ers tight ends versus the Giants safeties, especially in the red zone. I think that's going to be key. Jabril Peppers, if he gets matched up with either Jordan Reed or George Kittle, could be a real issue for them. I just don't think he can cover him. Julian Love, he's good. He's not ready for this. So I think that's going to be the key. I always look at red zone efficiency. That's one of the things that I focus on from week to week. And I think this is a week that they can, it can really pay off for them. Now, I'm curious if they decide to cover, one of these guys, especially Jordan Reed with Logan Ryan. But I think there's going to be a huge size issue there. So that's a mismatch for Jordan Reed. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a key matchup. Kittle, even Dwelly, and Reed against the Giant safeties and Logan Ryan. I look for the 49ers to come up big here. Jordan Reed was a godsend. We needed him, and he's going to be big for the 49ers, especially in the red zone area all season long.
Absolutely.
Right. Horse, what key matchups?
Oh, man, he's still
in the IR.
I mean, yeah,
I totally forgot.
I totally forgot about the IR thing too, man. We got way too into those starting lineups.
So guys, if you're gonna like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What? Horse, dude,
What?
what are you doing here? I got a text that said you were on IR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the restroom.
IR is in restroom?
Since when? Since when is it in restroom?
In restroom?
When isn't it? Did you start without me?
Oh,
We thought you were on the IR.
well, since you're here, what do you got for key matchups for this Week 3 game against the Giants, man?
Oh, that's easy. For me, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. against the Giants front. And there's a couple reasons behind that. One, I think the Giants front is a little bit better than people are giving it credit for. It's got some good names in there. It's got Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson. They were both high draft picks. Leonard Williams is a guy that can play ball in this league. And Blake Martinez was a very high price free signing that the Niners made look silly last year. The big key here is we all know the 49ers like to run 2 backs at a time. And we know that Jet McKinnon can make his plays. They're going to need Jeff Wilson Jr. to show up when they need a change of pace or Kyle wants to do something different. If Jeff Wilson Jr. can come out and have a big day, it'll really take the pressure off Nick Mullins. And Jeff Wilson Jr. has shown in the past that he's very capable of having a big day. He stepped in and performed well last year when asked. So this is not out of the realm of possibility. If you're enjoying the podcast, make sure you scroll down and like, comment, and subscribe to the page.
Hit the notification bell.
Hit the notification bell. Of course.
You have to do that one.
Right.
Have to.
I just thought it was a no-brainer.
All right, we're on the coach's hunt. We need to find a coach ASAP.
Dude, Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator for the Patriots. He's been on the staff for all 6 Super Bowls.
I like it. Hey, Josh. David Gettleman, New York Giants. I think we're disconnected. I'll try it again. Redial. Josh McDaniels, David Gettleman, New York Giants. I don't think he's interested. He hung up.
Okay.
Who else we got? Come on, we gotta have somebody.
Mike McCarthy led the Packers to a Super Bowl.
Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, David Gettleman, New York Giants.
The Cowboys, man.
Jerry World, you can't go there. He's going to the Cowboys.
There's
Who else?
Matt Rule, Baylor's coach. In 2 years, they went from 1-11 to 11-1. Went to the Big 12 championship.
Baylor, like it. Hello, Matt Rule, David Gettleman, New York Giants.
Christian McCaffrey, Panthers, man.
Panthers? I was there. It's terrible. I got lots of big people here. Come where the big people are. He's going to the Panthers. Who else do we have?
Jason Garrett, the Cowboys head coach.
The redhead, they'll laugh at us. We'll be a laughing stock. New York
But
Times, the whole thing.
He coaches good offense.
We need somebody that makes good judgments.
Well, we could make him offensive coordinator.
Okay, but who's going to make good decisions? Who's a good judgment coach?
Judge. Joe Judge.
Judge Joe. I like it. Do you have his number?
Yeah.
Hey, Judge, David Gettleman, New York Giants.
I don't know, man.
We want to make you the head coach.
I don't know, sounds good, man.
All right, see you soon.
Congratulations.
Who's that?
That's Joe Judge from the Patriots. That's our new coach.
I thought we were getting Judge Joe.
And now for the New York Giants offense, it's looking to get back on track after a couple of rough weeks. At left tackle, we have first-round pick Andrew Thomas. At left guard, we have former second-round pick and highly touted prospect Will Hernandez. At center, we have Nick Gates. At right guard, we have former Cleveland Brown Kevin Zeitler. And at right tackle, we have Cameron Fleming. At quarterback, second-year man out of Duke, Daniel Jones. Now you'll notice there is no Saquon Barkley back there. He is on the injured reserve with a torn ACL, so starting in his place will be running back Dion Lewis. At wide receiver, you will also notice there is no Sterling Shepard, who is also on the injured reserve at the moment. Starting in his place will be Damian Ratley alongside Darius Slayton and the always dangerous Golden Tate. And at tight end, they start another young dangerous player in Evan Ingram.
And now it is time for your 49ers starting defense. Starting off with D-end Kerry Hyder and defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw, Chris Kaceric's two favorite people in the whole wide world. Next to him and the D-line is DJ Jones. On the other D-end spot, we have one Eric Armstead, and we're going to see the debut of one Ziggy Ansah, the newly signed San Francisco 49er. The linebacking core, your hot boys, includes outside linebacker Quan Alexander, middle linebacker Fred Warner, and at the other outside linebacker spot, Dre Greenlaw. At the cornerback spots, you have Emmanuel Mosley, and the upcoming, hopefully going to dial in and lock it up this week, Akilla Witherspoon. At the safety spot, you have Jaquiski Tart, and at the other free safety spot, you have Jimmy Ward, and don't forget about that nickelback, Kwan Williams.
And now that you've heard the starting lineups, we're going to go to the defensive key matchups for the game.
My key defensive matchup for the 49ers this week is defensive end Kerry Hyder against Giants offensive tackles Andrew Thomas and Cameron Fleming. Kerry Hyder has the big shoes to fill of coming in for Nick Bosa after he tore his ACL last week, and he's going to be getting the majority of the playing time in that position. You'll also see some Ziggy Ansah, Eric Armstead will play some end. You might see some Kevin Givens, a couple other guys like that, but I think the majority of the reps are going to go to Kerry Hyder this week. And he's played well so far in his first two games in the Niners uniform. He's got 11 tackles and a sack and minimal playing time. So I think he can step up and do it. Andrew Thomas is a rookie first-year guy. His play through the first 2 weeks is what you expect from a rookie, up and down. He shows a lot of potential. And right tackle Cameron Fleming is nothing to write home about. So he's got the opportunity to come out and really make an impact and make himself known to replace Bosa and maybe come out, get a sack or two, make a couple tackles for loss, and really get the fans excited about him.
My key matchup is the 49ers safeties versus tight end Evan Ingram. And the 49ers safeties are about to welcome Evan Ingram to 49ers penitentiary, baby. All right, 49ers are going to lock down Evan Ingram. That's the key matchup. As long as they hold him down, the 49ers defense will be very successful. If they can stop Daniel Jones from being able to get quick throws out, to Evan Ingram out in the flat and then little curl routes in the zone, then they'll be able to get a pass rush and get to Daniel Jones early. I don't think the run game is going to be as successful this week, so Daniel Jones is going to be looking for these quick outlets to get the ball out. He's got injuries, no Sterling Shepard, so it's going to be Evan Ingram's going to be a big-time receiver. Him and Golden Tate are pretty much his main options that he's got to go to. So as long as Jimmy Ward and Jaquiski Tartt and sometimes Tarvarius Moore can lock down Evan Ingram, then I think the 49ers have a real good chance to be successful and maybe hold the Giants real low in scoring this week.
And to your point, that really kicks it to my key matchup, which is the 49ers linebacker, the starting middle linebacker, the leader of the Hot Boys, Fred Warner, versus this Giants running back core. I agree with you here. I don't think they're going to have much of a day, but Fred Warner needs to be the piece that ensures it. Last week we saw the 9 tackles. The week before he did not post those kind of tackle numbers, and you saw the ground game and what Kenyon Drake was able to do late in week 1 and what Kyler Murray was able to do on the ground. Fred Warner has got to wrap up runners in space, get them down within a couple yards of the line, keep that rushing total low, and if we can keep those rushing yards down, you force Daniel Jones into situations where he's going to have to sit back and throw, and we get a chance to get Kerry Hyder and Ziggy Ansah and Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw and this D-line core an opportunity to put pressure on Daniel Jones, force him to make mistakes, and force him to be the reason why the Giants win or lose the game. And if we're able to do that, I have a sneaking suspicion they're probably going to lose. Just saying.
Yeah, I
Just
think
saying.
you're right. Big time.
Wow, that's really bold. Whoa.
And my wow, that's bold prediction this week is that the 49ers offense will have over 200 rushing yards, missing their top 2 running backs, and the 4th running back, Jeff Wilson Jr., will have 2 touchdowns.
Whew, that's bold.
That is bold.
That's very bold. My wow, that's bold prediction is that newly signed defensive end Ziggy Ansah will record his very first sack.
That's bold. He's going to be on the field then, getting some serious PT if that's the case. Because they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. And part of the reason they're going to be throwing the ball a lot is because they're going to turn the ball over a whole heck of a lot this week. So much so, in fact, that they're going to have 3 forced fumbles. The 49ers defense, 3 forced fumbles. We recover them. And it's going to lead to easy points and put those Giants in a terrible position. Awful position.
Whoa!
It's really bold. Super bold, guys.
If you like super bold, you're going to want to catch Tuesday's episode. We're going to go over the entire Giants game. We're going to break it down. We're going to give you which key matchups the 49ers won, which ones they lost, and how the 49ers did. We're also going to recap the game, let you know all the big moments, and see where this can go in the future. So make sure you catch Tuesday's episode, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Unfortunately, there's not going to be a Azorian One segment for Lock It Up this week. The Azorian One, Anthony Esteves, is not going to be able to make it. He had a family problem issue, and so we are sending our prayers out to him and his family and looking forward to when he's able to get back. But Anthony, we want you to know that we love you and we care about you and your family, and we're here if you need us, and we can't wait to see you back on Lock It Up again.
Absolutely.
Thoughts and prayers with the Esteves family, guys.
49ers Cutback, man. We love you. Thanks, man.
All right, it's time to lock it up with our picks. Horst, first off, we got the Rams going to Buffalo to play the Bills. Who you got?
I think this is going to be a tough defensive battle. I think both teams are solid teams, but I think the Bills are just a little bit better, especially on offense, than the Rams. See the Bills pulling it out 24-20.
24-20. That's a good choice there, man. I have the same team, the Buffalo Bills, edging one out against the Rams. That defense is significantly better than the Rams defense, and Josh Allen is hot right now. 28-17 Buffalo.
I got the Bills defense just being a little bit too much for Mr. Goff and the Rams offense. I think it's a close one. I think it's tight, but the Bills end up winning 23-20.
The next game up on the docket is the Lions at the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals are red hot. Last week, I went against the Arizona Cardinals. And this week I haven't learned my lesson. Kenny Golladay back, hopefully healthy for the Detroit Lions. I think DeAndre Swift figures out how to hold on to a football. And we have a 24-21 Lions victory on a game-winning drive from one Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Go ahead, Horst.
By the way, you better not let DeAndre Swift's dad hear you say that. You seen the guy, he'll kill you. I have different than you. I think the Lions give them a tough game. They've been giving everybody a tough game, but I think they fall just short again. I think Kyler and the Cardinals' offense is a little too much for them, and I think the Cardinals' defense is a little bit better than the Lions' defense. So I am going to go with 34-27 Cardinals in a little bit of a shootout.
I got the Cardinals winning as well. I think that Kyler Murray is going to pull off something. I think the Cardinals are better than people initially thought. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender or anything like that, but I do think they're good enough to beat the Lions. So I got the Cardinals winning 27-20.
Interesting. Horst, what about you for this next game? Cowboys at Seattle, at the Seahawks. What are you feeling?
My initial reaction was to pick Seattle, but when thinking about it, Seattle's defense has not been impressive. Their defensive line is not very good. And what is the one thing the Cowboys can do with the football? Score. And I think they'll get into a shootout. I do think Dallas's defense is better than the Seahawks defense, at least up front. Okay. I think they can put more pressure on the quarterback. I think Dallas's defense is more liable to make the one play you need in a shootout. And I have Dallas winning 38-34.
Ooh, I'm in the opposite boat of you here. I don't think people realize how bad the Cowboys defense is either. It is not great. They gave up a lot of points to that Falcons team that's dealing with a Julio hamstring injury. Julio was not himself. Calvin Ridley absolutely shredded and destroyed them. They don't seem to be able to stop anybody either. And if we're talking about a shootout and you're asking me who you're going to take, I'm taking Russell Wilson's pull a play out of his behind butt before I'm going to take Dak Prescott. No offense to Dak Prescott. Russell Wilson's been doing it for far too long. Also, I feel like he's on a mission right now at this point of the season to show that he should be an MVP. He's playing like it. He's playing at that level. He's really has something to prove. I got Seattle 31-28 in a shootout.
Yeah, I got this game going to be big scoring, huge scoring, no defense. I think if you're going to watch a game this weekend, this might be one to watch. I think Dak's going to have a heck of a game. I think Russell Wilson's going to have a heck of a game. When it comes down to it, once again, unfortunately, there's going to be some Russell Wilson BS, some Mr. Unlimited BS, some damn gum chewing from Mr. Pete Carroll. And I think that the Seahawks pull it out in the end with a field goal late, 41-38. Seattle over the Dallas Cowboys.
How high do you think the passing yardage is going to go in that game?
I think 450 to 500 around there for Mr. Unlimited, and then I think Dak will come close to 400.
You know how high I think it's going to go? Unlimited. So now the big game, the one we all care about. The 49ers staying on the East Coast to play the Giants on that sticky MetLife Stadium turf. Alex.
By the way, how are you holding up from earlier today? You doing all right?
Yeah, I was in the restroom.
I know that, but you did take a nasty fall out there. I'm just saying.
But I was in the restroom.
That's true. You were on IR. I apologize. I'm concerned. I was worried. But it's fine. It's fine. As for the 49ers at the Giants, come on. You know who we're taking, or at least I'm taking. I'm going to take the 49ers. I know there's a lot of injuries. I know that there's a lot of question marks in terms of young guys we have playing, whether or not guys are going to continue to stay healthy. I am concerned about them playing on that MetLife Stadium. You saw us walking around out there. It's not very safe. That is for sure. But I don't think the Giants have much going for them offensively or defensively, but offensively, especially with Saquon Barkley out, they're going to have to shift kind of identity in terms of being able to rely on and lean on the running game to create opportunities to pass. I think that benefits the 49ers more than people want to or think or realize. So I got 27-13 San Francisco.
I think there's going to be some big-time mismatches for the Giants defense. Just watching them on film and stuff, there's no way they can match up with the tight ends, or the running back, Jet McKinnon, coming out of the backfield. I think that this is going to be a perfect time for Mullins to do well. I think they're going to move the pocket. I think they're going to get Kittle and Jordan Reed involved. I think Jet's going to have himself a heck of a game. And I think Juice is going to get some matchups against some linebackers. There were some blown coverages last week. Chicago snuck running backs out. I think the same sort of thing happens here. 49ers get up early and then hang on for the victory. 27-17 San Francisco.
You know, I have a similar idea of both you were kind of part of is that I think they were already struggling to run the ball. The Giants were with Saquon Barkley. I think they're really in trouble without him. Their offensive line has not played well outside of Will Hernandez pretty much. And I think it's going to force Daniel Jones to beat them, and I don't think Daniel Jones is good enough yet to beat them. He shows potential. He's got some potential, but he's not ready for that yet. I think the 49ers get up big early, just like he said. I have them up, 30-10 in the fourth quarter. I think it finishes about 30-20. We got some of that Kyle Shanahan patented pull back the reins once you're up 20 points, and the Giants score a couple garbage points to make it 30-20.
Gotta love those garbage time points, sir.
Right.
Gotta love them. And now that you've heard from us, we want to hear from you. Let us know who you think is going to win the San Francisco 49ers versus Giants Week 3 game at MetLife Stadium. Let us know the score, too, while you're down there. And while you're typing stuff out, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell as well so that way you get notified every time we post a video.
Yep, this is going to be a good game, guys. I think the 49ers can finish this out. I think if we're coming out of the game 2-1, I think everyone's going to start feeling a lot better about this season after what happened against Arizona.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think Nick Mullins is up to the task. I think he's a good enough player to get this done. And I think some of these guys that are replacing injured guys are better players than people think. And they're ready to show what they can do. So I'm excited actually to even watch a couple of these guys that are going to get more playing time. Like a Hyder, like Kinlaw is going to get on the field more.
Right.
And I'm really excited for this week's game.
Big time. I'm excited to see how Brandon Ayuk functions within the offense this week with George Kittle being in the lineup. I think that's going to create some more mismatches and opportunities for him in the slot. I think you're going to see him a lot more in the slot this week with Kittle and Reed being back. Sanu having a full week of practice under his belt. They'll try and utilize him a little more in that role. So it's exciting to see what the potentiality of this offense is going to start to look like here, especially this week, but going forward as well.
Yeah, real interesting with Ayuk. He was wide open. They had a chance for a big time play, and the pass rush got there a little early. It would have been a touchdown. He had broken coverage last week, so yeah, Ayuk's going to be fun to watch, and I think we'll finally see Sanu get targeted. Finally.
If you think the 49ers are going to win the game this week, hit the like button.
Wait, can I? I can't do it. I can't hit it, guys, because I'm here with us. But you can.
As always, thank you for watching the podcast, guys.
Hey guys, you know what time it is? Chalk another one up.